Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us for TV47 at 1. My name is Peter Kamau. You're just in time for the day's latest updates. Let's get started. President William Ruto has announced a 2-year waiver on business permit fees for all beneficiaries of the National Youth Opportunities Towards Advancement (NYOTA) program in a move aimed at lowering the cost of doing business for young entrepreneurs. The president made the announcement during the disbursement of the second tranche of NYOTA program funds, saying the waiver will ease operating costs for beneficiaries as they establish and grow their businesses. The NYOTA program is designed to empower young people through financial support, entrepreneurship, and job creation initiatives.
Change nothing, but facts have a way of outliving skepticism. Today, together with thousands of young entrepreneurs, we gather here in Nairobi and across 17 other regions of our republic, separated by distance but united by one purpose: to witness what becomes possible when opportunity is placed in the hands of determined young people. In a few moments, we shall hear their stories and witness firsthand the transformation they have achieved in every corner of our republic. When we launched this program, some asked whether 25,000 shillings would really change a life. I believed they were asking the wrong question. The best question was this: what becomes possible when opportunity meets determination? In the hundreds of thousands of young people listening to me today, assembled in different parts of our republic, we have 66,000 young people in different venues. We are engaging 122,000 young people today, and we are going to fund them in a few hours. We are going to spend close to 3 billion Kenya shillings. Across Kenya, thousands of entrepreneurs, young people, are answering this question. In Tharaka Nithi County, for example, Eric Ngugi, a young entrepreneur living with disability, saw opportunity where others saw scrap. He began manufacturing affordable flash doors. With his NYOTA support, together with his own other savings, he acquired the equipment he needed. Today, he has completed 40 doors, has another 27 on order, and has earned 32,000 in profit. By the way, he now employs 5 people with capacity to hire 5 more as demand for his doors grows. In Chuka Town, Frida Karimi was already a skilled tailor. What she lacked was not talent, but capital. Through NYOTA, she repaired her sewing machine, expanded her product range, strengthened her brand.
Elsewhere, the Law Society of Kenya has renewed calls for justice over the deaths of advocates Edward Muthee Kariuki and Esther Wairimu Keige. As lawyers staged the annual Purple Ribbon March in Nairobi, the procession began at the Milimani Law Courts before advocates marched to Vigilance House to present a petition demanding swift investigations into the killings and greater protection for members of the legal profession. Carrying purple ribbons and placards, the lawyers said they would continue to defend the rule of law while calling for accountability over attacks targeting advocates. The march comes days after the bodies of Edward Muthee Kariuki and Kenya Forest Service Legal Services Manager Esther Wairimu Keige were found dead in separate incidents. We're now joined by a reporter on the line, Faith Wangari, to give us the latest on these developments. Faith Wangari, if you can hear me.
Thank you, Peter. Yes, saying. The advocates today were picketing all the way from Milimani Law Court. They walked all the way till the Jugo House, where they delivered their petition. And this is with regard to the Purple Ribbon March against the 2 deaths of the advocates. As it mentioned, Esther was one of them, Esther Wairimu. And so what they're doing, they're advocating in the petition. They have a few elements. One of them being the multi-agency. They're advocating for a multi-agency, high-level investigative team that will oversee the deaths of the 2 advocates who are suspected to have been murdered in the line of duty. Another thing is also for the LSK to be involved in every step of the investigation, as well as an update on the outcome of the investigations on the assassination of elite Charlo Mbobo, which happened about 7 months ago. So what the advocates really want is a liaison team that is set where advocates who are in the public sector can actually report any fear or apprehension in the line of duty. So this is what most of these advocates were advocating for. The picketing was on. So they delivered their petition to the IG at the Jugo House and then walked all the way to Vigilance House, where they also delivered their petition to the DIG. So yeah, we'll be giving you more updates in our subsequent news as we continue, and any updates that will be happening, the same, we will be updating you. Thank you so much. Back to you in the studio, Peter.
Thank you very much, Faith Ongari, for that comprehensive update. Of course, we'll keep an eye on that story to keep our viewers informed. Moving on, grief has engulfed Mayanja village in Bumula constituency, Bungoma County, after a Form 4 student from St. Kizito Mayanja Secondary School died following a road crash involving a trailer. 3 other students were injured in the incident. According to eyewitnesses, the trailer, which was traveling towards Malabala along the Kandunyi-Malaba highway, reportedly lost control before plowing into the 4 students. The injured students were rushed to hospital for treatment, but 1 later succumbed to injuries while receiving medical care. The victim's family has called on the government to install speed calming measures along the highway to prevent further accidents. They have also appealed for the support to help meet the medical expenses of the 3 injured students.
Nilipokuwa nakuja, trailer moja ikakuja kwa mwendo wa kasi. Ilipofika pale kwa kona, place maandika black spot, ikakosa mwelekeo. Sasa ikaanza kuyumba, na kuna watoto walikuwa kando hapo wanaenda shule. Ikakuja ikagonga wale wawili, then ikarudi side nyingine pia ikagonga na ikaenda kaanguka, ambapo ilikutana hata na trailer nyingine tena pia ikaigonga. Ilikuwa inatoka upande wa chini ikaigonga. So si tunasema tu kwamba ikiwezekana serikali pia iweke mikakati au madereva wakifika kama place kama Kandui wakuwe wanaelekeza wanakuja kwa mwendo wa polepole.
Mtoto aliamka tu vizuri, akaenda shule. Mimi nikawa niende shughuli zangu, nifanya hapa na pale. Kwenda shughuli zangu, mtu wa pikipiki potapota akakuja, akanisalimia, akaniuliza mtoto wake ameenda shule. Nikamwambia ameenda. Akaniambia watoto wamepata accident kwa barabara, gari imemkonga.
Shemeji yangu alikuja na pikipiki, akashtua mtoto amekufa. Akatuweka kwa pikipiki, tukaenda mbali hapo, tukapata gari imegonga, imeangusha vitu, trailer iko hapo. Tukapika reverse kwenda hosi, tukapata mtoto wangu amekufa. Serikali msaidie.
In other news, bandit attacks continue to threaten lives in Samburu and neighboring counties. Now, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen has pledged a major security crackdown targeting the financiers and facilitators behind the attacks. This report was prepared by our very own Mwaluse Meshak.
Residents of Samburu, West Pokot, Tiati and Isiolo continue to live in fear following persistent attacks by armed bandits, which have left several people dead, others injured, and many families displaced. The government has now announced a renewed security operation aimed at restoring peace in affected areas. The operation will be led by Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja. Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen says the government has identified individuals suspected to be financing and coordinating the attacks, warning those found culpable will be arrested and prosecuted.
Tunajua kwamba wale wanaitwa bandits sio wale tu wako hapa wanatembea na bunduki. There are also bandits wako Nairobi wana coordinate vile watachukua ng'ombe kutoka sehemu hii waende wauze katika masoko za Nairobi na kupata pesa na kuleta hiyo pesa ununue risasi. We will come for you regardless of where you are.
Speaking in Lolmolok, Suguta ward in Samburu County, Murkomen called on those in illegal possession of firearms to surrender them voluntarily before the security operations begin.
The operation itafanywa hapa itaendelezwa kwa njia ya ujasusi na ya kwamba itatembelea tu wale ambao wanaleta shida katika sehemu hii. Usiwahi kusikia ya kwamba hakuna siku nyingine tena serikali itakuja mahali kusema pigeni wa Samburu wote ama iseme pigeni wa Pokot wote.
Bunduki hizo zote tutachukua. Na namna sisi tutachukua bunduki, hakuna mahali utakuja kufuruga wanaishi, hapana. Lakini sisi tutaendea mahali bunduki hiko, tutakuwa tuko hapo.
Murkomen said the operation is intended to restore security, facilitate the return of displaced residents to their homes and allow normal economic and social activities to resume.
Tufanye vetting ya wale wenye walikuwa nayo. Mwenye ashaenda amehamia Laikipia, amehamia wapi, arudishe bunduki, aendelee na kazi yake huko Laikipia, irudishe bunduki hapa ndio ipewe kijana mwenye atakuwa anachakuliwa hapa.
Na nchi wanaenda kuishi karibu na mahali kabisa na kwa sini kweli. Kwa hivyo kabisa sisi tutafanya adjustments pamoja na nyinyi tukiwa tumeelewana ndio tuweze kukaa vile inatakikana.
The government has also announced plans to recruit additional national police reservists and improve key infrastructure including roads, security installations and communication networks to enhance security operations across the affected regions.
The Ministry of Investments, Trade and Industry, together with the European Union, has officially launched a Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement (EPA) strategy. The strategy is designed to unlock duty-free and quota-free access to European markets for Kenyan exporters, including small and medium-sized enterprises. By promoting value addition for premium international markets, the agreement aims to accelerate industrialization, create jobs, and drive sustainable economic growth.
And ever since we had this agreement in place, we have already seen our exports between the EU and Kenya increase to around 20%. Now, with this implementation strategy being coordinated well, we envisage even a higher increase in terms of our exports. The market has been opened for us. We are able to transport our horticulture, our cut flowers, our coffee, our tea, to a market that is already very receptive to us. If there's any partner who has actually been very fair to us in terms of trade, and when you look at even our trade figures, the most balanced trade between Kenya and its partner is with the European Union.
Whilst we have our minimum standards, we also help the Kenyan market and the producers to produce at the highest standard, which enhances the consumer protection here, but also puts you in the highest category of competitive edge in the market. So once you comply with the European standards, you comply with any standards in the world, and that makes you automatically be at the top of the market.
Elsewhere, border operators in Homa Bay are raising concern over a surge in motorcycle theft, saying more than 10 bikes have been stolen in recent months, threatening their livelihoods. The operators are calling for the registration of all riders operating within the town to improve security and help track stolen motorcycles. They have also urged police to intensify investigations into suspected theft syndicates, while appealing to riders to remain vigilant and take extra measures to protect their motorcycles.
Kwa hospital na kuna ingine ilipotea kwa paya hapa barini. Kwa hivyo mimi kama chairman nilikuwa nasema kama umekuja ama we ni mgeni na umekuja hapa Homa Bay hata kununua kitu ama kama unataka kufanya kitu, nilikuwa naomba kama umekuja Homa Bay tafuta make sure hiyo pikipiki yako umeregister, kwa sababu hata juzi tulipoteza pikipiki moja na hiyo pikipiki ilishika karibu Uriri. Kwa hivyo usikuja hata kama unataka kuja kuona mpira, tafadhali hakikisha kama pikipiki yako iko mahali iko sawa.
Tunataka polisi wafanye uchunguzi ili tujue huyu aliyepatikana na pikipiki ya wizi wanafanya kazi na wakina nani, kwa sababu tumehakikisha yeye si mhudumu wa bodaboda. Kwa hivyo kuna watu wengi sana wamehusika kwa hii njama ya kuiba pikipiki. Tafadhali kila mmoja kuwa mwakinifu ili pikipiki yako isipotee. Hata manyumbani mahali tunaweka pikipiki, hakikisha iko salama, kwa sababu wanakuja wanavunja mpaka milango nyumbani na wanaenda na pikipiki.
Now, the fate of the Olkalau parliamentary by-election has sparked fresh political debate after the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, indicated it could postpone or call off the poll. Leaders allied to the Kenya Kwanza administration have condemned the move, saying it would deny Olkalau residents their constitutional right to elect a member of parliament. Speaking at a campaign rally in Mawingu, Olkalau constituency, TSP leader Mwangi Kionjori and other leaders urged the commission to conduct the election as scheduled, insisting they are ready for the contest.
Na sisi hatuna shida na mtu yote. Uchaguzi ukuje kesho, tutawachinda. Uje wiki jao, tutawachinda. Hii hapa Olkalau hawana bahati. Wanaanza kulalamika wakielezea IEBC, hatuko tayari. Hamuko tayari, mlikuwa mnafanya nini miezi 3? Sisi tunataka uchaguzi tarehe 16 mwaka huu mwezi wa Julai.
Wafanye jinsi ambavyo wanavyofaa kufanya, ndio hakikisha uchaguzi utakuwa free and fair.
Tunataka kufanya declaration ya Olkalau, tuambie watu wa IEBC wacheni upuzi. Siasa zimefanywa sehemu zingine za Kenya, hamjaitishia. Kwa hivyo msitishie wanakarao, kwa sababu pia wanakarao ni wa Kenya. Wao wenyewe wako tayari. Hawajasema hawako tayari. Kama nyinyi hamuko tayari, mtuambie hiyo ofisi yenu mlipata miaka mingi, mumefanya kazi gani?
Time for sports news. Now, France progressed into the semi-finals of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The Blues defeated Morocco 2-0 in the first quarter final match played at the big notes.
Yani nafaje kutengeneza kachumbari na manyanya zinakaa hivi? Ona kiki ni kama kiwaru.
Hiyo inaitwa commitment to the lie. Amejicommit.
Ndio hiyo. Nipatie.
Unajua kama una mtu kitu, hata tu salamu ya kawaida inakaa kama reminder.
Habari yako?
Sintalipa kesho.
Kesho gani when?
Si kesho kesho ya tomorrow.
Hiyo tena. Mzee ni budi nikamchoka.
Ni budi ni madeni.
Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. on TV47. Sundays at 8:30 p.m.
Good morning.
You have my rent?
Leo jioni kama tutakuwa tumelipa rent, nauza simu yako.
Hamna pesa. I need 3 G's to make my nails today.
Sasa hivi natuhusu aje?
Can I order now? Do you ship? Can I get blinking ones?
Mimi nilikuwa na trade. Nimewekelea kitele yangu. Kitele yangu na trade. Nikikunyuma.
Oh my God. He left me.
Nitumie ni live. Uko nje kuna wifi.
Why? Hi-Fi?
Wait, so what do we call this dish again?
I have no idea.
The cucumbers are there specifically for my beauty routine.
Tamulini kero umeka kwa beauty product.
Na ameenda.
Tunafaa tukuwe na logo yetu. Like, si ni brand already.
We won't entertain divas.
They have also called on Kenyan fans to turn out in large numbers to rally the team as they bid to seal a place at the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup in Morocco later this year.
Our aim is to go to that game with seriousness, no underration, despite we won away. Na kuna rahisi. So we are going there with a serious fighting spirit, and I'm sure we are going to get there as winners. Sure they will come with a good spirit, a winning spirit, and we are not going to underrate them, as I said. So we are going to be so serious because we have played with them away.
Mafans wakikuja itakuwa inamaanisha kuwa wako nyuma yetu, tuta fight, tutahakikishia kuwa tuna win, tuta let down. Entrance ni free, msituangushe, mkuje kwa wingi, tujaze study.
Play. Oh, ça fait. Next. Play.
Before we wrap it up, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua is expected any time from now to hold a press conference on the party's position regarding the Olkalau by-election. This is after the electoral body IEBC threatened to cancel the mini-poll. Let's cross over and listen into what the former Deputy President has to say.
MP for Kipipiri